So in last class, we discussed about relative layout, right? So today, here in this session, we will concentrate on linear layout. So let me create a project on the name of linear layout. So here now I'm creating one new project. So MTB's activity, then here I'm taking as linear. So just I'm clicking on. We'll see. Now, once this project has created, so like same yesterday, how we aligned the some of the buttons in a relative layout, in the same way, here also we will define some of the parameters here. So that we will see here now. So here it will be created like same. So one is the XML, other is the Kotlin file, right? In XML, so this is also like it will be create default. It has with constraint layout. Right now, this constraint layout we will change to linear layout. Right, we will change this to linear. So, but I already told in last when initial discussion about the layouts. So the linear layout has the different orientations. Right, it has two orientation. One is the horizontal and other is the vertical. So whenever you create a component, for that particular component, must you have to create the orientation. In case if we won't create an orientation, then what happens? In case if we want to create the orientation, that will take as a default orientation has horizontal. So the default orientation it will take as a horizontal. Right. So that we will do, but because of that is the reason we will see first. We will take one or two buttons and we will see how that will align. So that's the reason just I removed that text view. Right. So with the text view I removed right now we will see here. Now I'll create a button here. So for the button, it should be not like yesterday we given many properties like relation properties. Today, no need to use the relation properties. The basic properties, if we apply the basic properties, that more than enough for this. So now here, I'm adding the button. So for the button, so I'm creating here, like it the project is not completed, right? That's the reason it is not auto-generating. So now I'll changing this as the wrap content. So match parent and wrap content. So here, so I want to give the text. So that is Android text equal to. So here I want to display one. Also, I'll give here ID. So that is Android ID equal to. So at the rate plus ID. So that is the PT1. Done. So I not give any properties. So whatever this given the 4 lines is enough. Like even this width also, we will change as a wrap content only because here we are discussing the basic properties, right? So I'll take that both are the wrap and wrap content. Like see, as of now, we not given any orientation to the this particular linear layout. Right. So for this now, here I'll add one more button. So that ID I'm changing as a BT2, right? Text as so 2. Now we will see these buttons in which orientation these buttons are aligned. So to see that, just how to this Gradle has to build. Once this Gradle has built, we can able to see here. Just we created a project, right? It is building. Just a minute. So once this is done, we can go on next step. Hope yesterday's relative layout is clear for everyone, right? You have any questions on the relative layout?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Have you done that
No, sir.
task, whatever the task
Sir,
is?
in previous during that making that calculator,
Mm-hmm.
uh, when we are giving that ID name,
Mm.
so whatever numbers were mentioned in that calculator, I was giving the same ID.
Okay.
But when it comes to plus, minus, multiplication, and divide part,
Mm-hmm.
so when I was giving BT plus, BT minus, so it was not allowing.
Yes,
So it was coming red.
it won't take
Yeah.
special symbols as an ID. Even in
Mm.
display also, if you want to do, like you have to use some special symbol before that. So for the time being, you can give like plus means you can write PLUS like that. You can write in alphabets also.
Yes, sir.
Like that will take. So remaining, we will see here that like in our coming session, like any special symbols will come. Mostly the special symbol buttons we will use instead of normal button, we will use the image button. So the image button is the different concept. So that we will use normally. That's the reason. Now for the time being, you can put any random number, no problem. Just UI wise looking like that means you understand almost all the related properties.
Yes, sir.
Here my intention has to understand the property, like actual design what it goes, that you will learn in the coming sessions.
Okay, sir.
So see now both are side by side, like we apply yesterday one property called margin, right? So that margin will apply here. So margin 5 so I have given the margin 5 like this. See here, we not given any orientation, that's the reason it came side by side, right? Like this we will apply like 3 to 4 buttons. See, I have given multiple buttons here. So where are those buttons? So here, 1, 2, this is the 3. This I'm changing has a 3. So this I'm giving has the 4. So this I'm giving has the 4. So this is 5. So this is 5. See, till the 4 only the buttons are showing. Remaining buttons are where those buttons. Now those all are outside of the our view. But how to bring that in our UI, that we will see now. Means in a single row, whenever you give, normally we will apply the scroll view, but today I don't want to discuss the scroll view. But after 4 or 3 buttons, next buttons, I'll move on to the next line and we will see that how it will be. Like here, this is the 9 and this is 9. So 10, 10. And this 10. Hello? Let's Yeah, sorry guys, just I got a one blank one. So now this is like here we have multiple buttons, but all are in a this view, right? So now let us say we're not given any orientation. Let us say I'll give here orientation. So if I'll give here orientation as vertical. See, if I give the orientation as vertical, what happens? All the buttons are aligned from top to bottom, right? When I given the orientation as top to bottom, it can be aligned on in this format. If I give this orientation without orientation, it will be horizontal. Even if I give horizontal also, it is like this one, right? But this is not a proper like means in a UI, we cannot give either all or horizontal or vertical, right? So we will go with the combination of that. So that's the reason what I'm giving here is now this for the parent, I'm giving as vertical, right? From here now I'm going with the child combination. So here I'm creating one child. So that is the linear layout. So the linear layout width, I'm giving the match parent. Height, I'm giving the wrap content because only I want a single row, not entire row. So that's the reason I'm giving. Like here for this, I'm giving orientation as horizontal, right? So I'm closing like this, right? So in the first row, I want to arrange the first 4 buttons. So till 4, say till 4. See, now after the 4th button, I have closed the this. I have closed the this. So I have closed like this. Right. I have given the 4th button. Right. After that, next 2 buttons or 3 buttons I want in the next row. Again here, I'm creating one more linear layout with width of match parent, wrap content, and the orientation. So the orientation I'm giving as again, this is the horizontal, right? Again here, so like 5, 6, 7. So 3 buttons will align in second, right? So 5, 6, 7. After that, I'm closing the linear layout, right? Next, here I need one more row. Like how many rows you want, that many sub layouts you have to create in a UI, like linear layout. So this is the match parent, this is the wrap content, and orientation. Orientation I'm giving as horizontal, right? So for this now, so like how many is there total? Till 5 buttons are there, right? In the 5 buttons, like again I want 2 buttons here, 8 and 9. So 2 buttons. Let the last 2 buttons, last 3 buttons, I want to create one more linear layout. Means here total we are creating the 5 sub layouts, right? 5 sub layouts we are creating. Match parent and the orientation. So orientation horizontal, and I'll close this layout like this. I will create here and I'll close here. So like this, the UI has created here like this, right? So now it is looking like something, so it will be okay. But here now, what we should give? As of now, is it clear for everyone? Or any questions?
Clear, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
So now I'll give background color for the each row. To understand some property, I'm giving the background color for each row. So as something. So here first every linear layout, I'm giving some background. So as 1, 2, 3.
So sir, in relative layout में we can't do single line color out.
In relative we cannot. Again, in a relative, again you if you want to do, again you can take sub layout as a linear. Then it is possible. Otherwise it cannot.
Okay.
So background. So first layout. So here background. So something, this is the color combination should be A2F and 0 to 9 combination, right? So I have given the colors like this. Even for parent also, I'll give some background color. Background. So dash 246. See, for the parent, I have given like this, right? Now this is okay, but what I'm thinking is now, like see, first row almost is occupied 90% of the screen. Second row 70%, but whatever the buttons are there, I want to align that buttons in exactly the entire page. But if I change like say landscape, see now it is empty. But even user has to change to landscape or portrait, it should occupy 100% of the width. So to do that here now, I'm giving one more property that is here. Only that property special to the this layout, linear layout, that is a weight. Weight 1. I'm giving the weight 1. See, whenever I give the weight 1, for this here total we have, in a first row, we have 4 components. So that what happens? 100 by 4 means each button will occupy 25% of the space in the entire screen. See, now all are equal size, it is aligned, right? Same I'm doing for the second row. What happens here? 3 buttons. So means each button will occupy the percentage of 33. So whatever this is 33, that it can occupy by the 33. See here. Now this as occupied by this 33, 33, 33. Right. Next 2 buttons. So it should occupy 100 by 2 means it is a 50-50. Right. It is here. It is occupied 50-50. 50-50. Right. Here the next one. For the next also, I'm giving this 1, 1. Again, it is the 33, 33, 33 like that. So, but here we will do one change here. So this is like, but here I want to create one more linear layout. So I'll create here one more linear layout. So to last one button, I have to create a linear layout. So the linear layout, match parent, wrap content, and the orientation. So add horizontal. So I have created like this. Done. See this single button, it will occupy 100% of the layout, right? Now means whenever we gave the weight as 1 for the component, either it should be on horizontal or it should be on vertical. So it can be occupied by 100 by how many components? Let us say now how many layouts here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? We have 5 rows here. So I'll give the same weight property for this layouts. So weight 1. right? Weight 1 I have given. So for this, we not given background color, right? We can give the some background color as well. So that is something I have created the background color for this particular layout as well. See now, I have given weight here, weight 100 for this particular component. So it is occupied 100% of the height because we given here weight has 1. Like now, let us, I'll give for this row here, second. So here, second, I'm giving the weight. See now, the 3 layouts occupied normally, these 2, whatever the minus from the 3 layouts, it is occupied. Now I will give here. So that is 50, 50. Now it is 33, 33 remaining space. Now again for this row, I'll give. So here it is occupied now. This like first row, if I give first row, now height wise, each element it is added by 20, 20, 20 because there we have the 5, right? So this is the linear layout with weight property as equal, weight property as equal. But there is another possibility is there, like I don't want to give equalize. Like first row, I want to give 20, second row 10, third row 20, and fourth row is 15, last 15. Like I want to leave the empty space with the 10. So how that is possible? So that I'll with small modification, I'll finish that here itself within this here. Whenever you want to give unequalized percentage, so we have to apply the weight sum to the parent. So here our parent is the main linear layout. So for the parent, I have given as now the 100, right? So for the first row, I want to give the 20, right? So it is increased little bit 20. So the next second row, I want to give here what the second row has only 10. So it is compared to that, it is less than. Like third row, I want to give has 15, right? It is little bit more than the second row, but lesser than the first row. Like next row, like how many? There is 20, 30, 45 has done so far, right? So for this next layout, for this particular layout here, I want to give 25. So 45, 25, 70 has done till there is a 30. On the 30, for this, again, I'm giving the, sorry, for this, again, I'm giving the 20. See, 90% has done. So there is a 10% as left. Right, this is the unequalized, means the linear layout property we can align in a 2 ways. One is the with equalized percentage and other is the unequalized percentage, means we can align the components in a 2 variants. One is with equalized, one is with unequalized. That you can do whatever you want. Hope it is clear, or you have any questions on this here. So like I think maybe you will be a little bit confusion, I hope. But once again, you can after that, after the class, I'll share you the recording, right? You can go through the recording once again. So mostly you will get clarity there. Still you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll explain that once again. Like here, in outside of this box, let's just forget about this UI. Outside that, I'm telling you. So in whenever we have a linear layout, so in a one UI, I want to arrange the 5 rows. So whenever you want to arrange the 5 rows, first parent, you can go with the vertical. Within a vertical, again, each row has more than one component, so that you can create each row with horizontal view, each row with horizontal, like you can create a multiple rows. How many rows you want, like 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, that many you can create in a horizontal view. Once you create that horizontal, within horizontal, you can align the components. And within a components, whenever we align within a components, that if you want to occupy all with equal space, then you can use the property as layout weight 1 for all the component for the respective row, so that it will divided 100 by component count. Automatically it can adjust the size. Let us say I don't want equal, I want unequal, like first button, first component could be 60%, second component should be 30%, remaining 10 I want to leave empty. Then you can use weight sum for the particular component and you can go with. Let us say here, for this particular row, I'll show you that also. For this particular row here, I'm giving the weight sum. So I'm giving here weight sum 100. Here we have two buttons, right? For these two buttons, the first button I'm giving has 70. Okay. Second button I'm giving has 25. So 95. So there is a 5D, 5 is empty. So last 5 it is empty, like this. Means not only in top to bottom, even left to right or top to bottom, anything you can use. Whatever we given sum, that sum can be divided based on the orientation. See, now let us say this is my UI aligned like this. Now I'm changing this to landscape. See, if I change landscape, see, whatever the landscape it is there, and that the 10% is with orange, remaining as we created like that. See, the 8 button 8, it is 70%, and next is the 25% like that. So this UI can be aligned like this. So even today also, whatever the calculator you tried, you can try the same calculator by using linear layout. Right? Hope it is clear, or you have any questions?
Sir, ఒక్కసారి అది మెయిన్ ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ ఓపెన్ చేయరా సార్?
Okay. Okay.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు లీనియర్ లేఅవుట్ ఏదైతే మనం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తామో అది కొంచెం స్పేస్ లో, అంటే మీన్ అక్కడ ఒకసారి స్పేస్ ఇచ్చినాక సేమ్ లైన్ లో క్లోజ్ చేయాలా, లేదంటే డిఫరెంట్ లో క్లోజ్ చేసినా నడుస్తుందా?
లీనియర్ లేఅవుట్ ఇక్కడ పార్షియల్ క్లోజ్ ఇది. ఓకే,
అవును సార్.
ఇట్లా అంటున్నావా?
కాదు, మీరు ఓపెన్ దగ్గర ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళండి. ఓపెన్ లో ఒకసారి స్పేస్ ఇవ్వండి. అక్కడ
ఇక్కడ
లేదు సార్, పైన లీనియర్ లేఅవుట్ అది ఓపెన్ ఉంది కదా, ఓపెన్ చేసినాం కదా పైన
ఇక్కడ
లెఫ్ట్ లో. ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం బ్యాక్ రండి సార్, స్టార్టింగ్ దగ్గర ఆర్ఎంఆర్ దగ్గర రండి. యా, ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ స్పేస్ ఇచ్చేయండి ఒకసారి చెప్తాను. అంటే ఇంకోటి లెఫ్ట్ రండి. ఇంకోటి ఇప్పుడు స్పేస్ ఇవ్వండి సార్ ఒకసారి. ఇప్పుడు స్పేస్ ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చాం కదా, కింద కూడా అదే లైన్ లో మనం క్లోజ్ చేయాలా ట్యాగ్, లేదంటే అంతే సరిపోతుందా?
నో ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చినా ఓకే, నువ్వు ఆటోమేటికల్లీ అది ఎక్కడున్నా క్లోజ్ అయిపోతుంది, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
కానీ ఒక్కొక్కసారి తీసుకోవట్లేదు కదా సార్ అట్లా క్లోజ్ చేసినప్పుడు.
లేదు అంటే నువ్వు ఆ స్పెసిఫిక్, ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఇక్కడ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్, ఇక్కడ అయ్యింది, ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడ అయింది, మూవ్ అయింది, ఇక్కడ చూడు, ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడ ఉంది, బ్యాకే ఉంది, నాకు ఇక్కడ పైన మూవ్ అయిపోయింది, బట్ నాకు ఏమి ఇష్యూ లేదు. ఇప్పుడు చూడు, కావాలంటే ఇక్కడ నేను క్లోజ్ చేసి చూపిస్తాను. నువ్వు ఇట్లా క్లోజ్ చేసేటప్పుడు నువ్వు అది ఫస్ట్ క్లోజ్ అయింది కాబట్టి అది అక్కడే ఉండిపోయింది. ఓకే, బట్ ఇప్పుడు క్లోజ్ చేస్తుంటే నేను ఎక్కడైతే స్టార్ట్ చేశానో అది ఈక్వల్ గా అదే సేమ్ లైన్ తీసుకుంటుంది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా.
అవునండి,
అది నార్మల్ గా మనం అంటే ఫస్ట్ క్లోజ్ అయినాక మనం మూవ్ చేసినాం అనుకో, నో ప్రాబ్లం, అదేం ఎర్రర్ లేదు, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోతుంది. బట్ క్లోజ్ చేశాను ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అది అక్కడే క్లోజ్ తీసుకుంటుంది. ఓకే రైట్. సో ఈ లీనియర్ లేఅవుట్ కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. సో టేబుల్ లేఅవుట్ అయిపోతే మనం కోట్లిన్ కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం స్లోగా. ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఈ దానిపైన కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ అయిపోయి బై మండే వరకు మీరు ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్స్ క్లియర్ ఉన్నారంటే మండే నుంచి కోట్లిన్ స్టార్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ప్రాపర్.
సరే సార్, ఓకే.
ఓకే.